In today's episode of Value in My Toy Collection, we're going to value some Elvis Presley memorabilia. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum, so it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. And then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Let's jump right in and start valuing some toys. First, you could pick these up at all the little souvenir shops. Driver's license of Elvis reproduction worth $4. Here we have one of the little cars from Elvis, the pink Cadillac, worth $20. Have an Elvis Presley Beanie Baby Bear, and we have two of these. They're worth $15 each. Let's see what else we have. We have the Elvis Presley sunglasses with the sideburns attached, worth about $5. I have a Coca-Cola bottle with Elvis on it. That's worth about $6. And then we have this reproduction of an old radio worth about $15. I have a Mr. Potato Head of Elvis worth about $25 still in the box. And then a window dangler still in the package. It's worth $25. And then we have an Elvis Presley button or pin worth about $5. And a little Tupelo charm from where he's born worth about $2. And then we have a loose Elvis figure, and he's worth about $10. I have this really cool postcard. It's worth about $3. And then we have this vintage greeting card. It's just blank on the inside, worth about $2 because it's got a little damage to it. And then let's see what else. We have the Elvis Presley brochure of Graceland, worth about $3. And this little purple photo of him, we need to frame up, probably worth about $5 unframed. And then we have a magazine, a Rewind magazine with Elvis on the cover. That's worth about $5. And then we have our Elvis Presley Pop Funko that's worth at least $100. This thing, some people were trying to sell $400 and $500 online. We have these ornaments that are worth about $15 each. And then we have these cute little plush, they're not stockings, they're like Christmas ornaments. And they're his boot and his bell-bottom pants leg. And these are probably worth about $10 each. I have some Elvis Presley trading cards. These are worth about $4 a pack, and we have 3 packs. And then we have an Elvis Presley writing pen, probably worth about $3. And then we have this little metal, I think this was to put like a gift card in, so it's a gift card holder worth about $5, and the playing cards are worth about $5 as well. Then we have one of the stamps when they were 29 cents. This is worth about $2 framed up. And then we have a bunch of these 8-track tapes. They're not worth a lot, but because they're Elvis, I decided to keep them, or whenever I saw them at garage sales. We have 7 of these, and I figured they're worth at least $5 each. So that's about $35 we can add to our overall grand total. Vintage small little white and red radio you would hold, worth about $8. And then we've got these, I think these are Mego, but they're Elvis dolls. And this one is from Jailhouse Rock. It's worth about $28. And then this one is from, I think it was Blue Hawaii. It's like his Aloha doll. We're also worth about $28. And then from the Barbie line, we have the Jailhouse Rock doll. It's worth $50. And then we have this little purse someone made from a TV Guide fabric, worth about $10. And we have this framed greeting card that's velvet, framed up, worth about $5. And then we have this Elvis Presley album that used to hang on my mom and dad's wall. My uncle gave it to him and said it's going to be worth a fortune one day, and it's worth about $30. And then my dad had the Willie Nelson one, even though that's not Elvis. I just included it to keep it all together. Also worth about $30. And then we have this old Elvis album that's worth about $16. All right, we got this little jukebox radio. My mom bought me one year for Christmas. It's worth about $40. And then we have the Barbie Blue Hawaii Elvis doll, and it's worth about $55. I think I paid $20 for that at Big Lots. All right, then we have an Elvis Presley plush doll. That's hard to say. Worth about $15. And a 3-pack of Elvis Pez, still in the tin, worth about $18. Then we have a sugar frosted Elvis candle from the 70s. It's worth about $20. That's very 70s. And then we have an Elvis ornament in the gold suit, worth about $10. And also one in the silver suit, also worth about $10. Have the Elvis Presley commemorative plate when the stamp came out, worth about $25. And this loose doll of Elvis, that's worth about $25. Then we have this couch someone made, I guess for dolls, but it's like a brick, a real brick someone turned into a couch, worth about $15. Then we have the Elvis in the gold suit still in the box, worth about $55. And then we have Elvis in the army, that doll. It is worth about $50. And then we have Barbie and Loves Elvis. It's worth $60. And then we have an Elvis Monopoly game hiding in the back, and it's worth about $25. We have the Elvis and Priscilla wedding doll set. It's worth $130. It went all the way up to $180. And then we have the Elvis Graceland doll, the official one, worth about $45 in the box. And then we have this really large musical Elvis that's worth about $35. And then the gold Elvis loose out of the box is worth about $25. We have an Elvis clock that swings its hips as the minutes go by, worth $25. And a Christmas stocking worth $20. And then we have another Life magazine honoring Elvis worth about $10. And then we have the giant coffee table book with rhinestones, the King, but ours is damaged, so it's probably only worth about $10. But everything else is intact on the inside, but collectors don't like to buy damaged items. But it's really full of a lot of pictures and a lot of information about him. So one day when I retire and I have more time, I look forward to just sitting down and reading that book. And then we have this Elvis Presley glass decanter, and it's worth about $50. Well, in our previous 413 videos of value on my toy collection, our total was $1,024,953. Now, when we add this video of all of our Elvis Presley memorabilia, we can add another $1,350 to our overall grand total. So what that means is for episode 414 of Value in My Toy Collection, our new grand total is $1,026,303. I've always wanted to say I had $1 million toy collection, and now I can. I'm not really a millionaire. I'm more like a toyonaire. But I've been saving these toys all my life, going to thrift stores and flea markets, garage sales, toy stores, and looking online, and it's just accumulated to this big old total. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. I like to see what all I have and what it's worth. And I'm putting all the toys online on our Facebook page called the Toy Vault of Mississippi. So guys, until our next video, we will see you then.